again. Welcome back to my YouTube video blog where I go over comic book related movies and TV shows and everything like that. The big significant ones, at least in my opinion. And hopefully start a conversation. And if you guys have any comments or anything like that, leave them down there below and what you think of this today's subject, which is this past weekend we had San Diego Comic-Con, one of the biggest Comic-Cons in the world. And they dropped the Justice League new trailer. Couldn't wait for this one, and it didn't disappoint at all. And I'm just gonna go by shot of everything that happened in the trailer that I thought was a big deal. And then, well, just check it out yourself. As I said, this is going to be a shot-by-shot breakdown, especially the favorite shots that I have of this trailer, because it's amazing. First of all, we have Wonder Woman fighting these people who are taking some people as hostage. I don't know if it's a bank situation or whatever it is. It actually looks to me like it might be right after we just saw Wonder Woman in her solo movie when she jumps off of the building into the city. It's like that may be the situation that she's actually going to help out with. And it's just cool how she dodges the bullet, and they show the slow motion. Kind of goes back to that part in the movie with the Wonder Woman movie where the soldiers got on to the beach and they shot at Wonder Woman, and she could see the bullet go past her because she's actually that fast. And I like the fact that they're utilizing this in the movie, well, they're showing it, the fact that she is like Superman strong, but she's also very quick like Superman. We've seen parts of the scene in the other trailer, but this time it gives you a little bit more depth of what's going on, and you realize how she's basically going out there vigilanting herself ever since Batman v Superman. The humor in this trailer is actually really funny too. They really listened to the fans that wanted to see the DC comic book universe have a little bit more humor to it, unlike what it's been like before. I would disagree a little bit. There's been humor in parts, but it was mainly serious because that's the way the stories should have been, like in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. But just after seeing this and then showing her basically doing a little bit of curating work and everything like that, and one of the people who she works with is asking her, "Oh, how was your weekend, Diana?" And she's like, pretty uneventful. It made me laugh right away. And for all those people who are concerned about the Superman presence in this movie, it seems to be very big, which I'm really happy about because I'm a huge Superman fan. Here you can they basically tell you how the world has been mourning so much since Superman's death, and it's even affected people like Batman more of an extent than we thought before. I mean, in Batman v Superman, yes, that was a big part of the story, how Batman basically wanted to make it up or like protect the world like Superman did, because he stood for so many things in this world, and it affected him so much that it looks like he may be researching of how to possibly bring back Superman or study him or something, because we see a hologram image and everything like that, but we also just see the world in mourning just as much as Batman's in mourning. And obviously when they cut this trailer together, they made sure to get a lot of Wonder Woman in there, and we get this great scene of going to Themyscira and having Steppenwolf break into there, obviously trying to find one of the mother boxes. But it's just great we actually get to see Hippolyta, and we get to see all the Amazons ready in action. They'll probably get their butts whipped, but hey, it's just great to actually see this scene occur, and you're going to probably get the scope of what Steppenwolf is. He's not Darkseid, but he's really powerful. In our first full scene of Aquaman underwater, it just kind of like shows you what the James Wan version of Aquaman is going to be when we actually see his full movie. One thing I want to add here, probably everybody's noticed it by now, but the fact that they just said, well, they have, it seems to be Steppenwolf talking, narrating this part, but Steppenwolf basically says, the world is at risk now. He's able to come here because of two reasons. Kryptonian is dead, Superman is gone, and he actually says there are no lanterns, no Green Lanterns. So right in this trailer, we already have the fact that the Green Lantern Corps is in existence, and we're actually going to see it. That was rumored. Well, not rumored. They said it might be at the end of the movie and everything like that, but the fact that he's actually saying it in the trailer right in the middle of it, whoa. The perfect Jeremy Irons joke about how Batman basically fights street-level criminals normally, like the Penguin, and how they're going to have to go up against something like this it was just funny as hell. He basically said, "Oh, I guess we're not going to be battling people like penguins anymore." And you really get the scope of how dire this situation is going to be when you actually have Aquaman saying that he doesn't think that anybody's going to survive this battle. Because Aquaman is basically the second strongest in this whole team right now. And we really get to see how fresh Flash is to this whole thing, because he basically admits to Batman that he's never even really punched anybody. When he uses his speed, he basically just pushes them really fast. And that was so funny that we know what type of Flash this is already and how different he is from the TV Flash. Another great little scene here is they show a little bit more interaction with some of the characters that we didn't get to see interact with other characters before, like when Cyborg takes over what seems to be one of Batman's vehicles, and he takes it over by basically plugging into it like RoboCop. And when he does it, Alfred, was obviously always at the station to guide Batman, or give him some information if he needed to. So when he taps into it, he knows that Alfred's on the other line, and he's basically saying to Alfred, he's like, "Hey, Alfred, I got this. You can go home now." And Alfred's like, "Who is this?" And it looks like in this scene that Steppenwolf literally takes his mega axe and goes to hit Wonder Woman in the head, and it bounces off of her, just kind of annoying her. Which I was like, whoa, you're really showing the scope of the power here, especially Wonder Woman's power. If the fact of seeing all 4 Justice League members standing straight at the camera in broad daylight with basically no shadows there doesn't convince you that the DC comic universe has listened to all those fans who wanted a brighter, more optimistic DC comic book universe, then I don't know what else is going to convince you. This scene is probably going to go down as one of those drop your mouth scenes where Aquaman literally grabs onto a parademon in midair and basically surfs that parademon like a surfboard right down into a building, smashing it apart, and just leaves the parademon there and walks away like he just did nothing. Another great scene where basically all the Justice League members were talking to Commissioner Gordon and then disappeared quickly out of nowhere, but yet the only member who was still there was the Flash, because nobody told him to go away too. And the fact that he's sitting there going, oh, that was really rude of everybody. I didn't even know they were going to do that. And then he quickly goes out and, Flash runs away. But when he does, one thing I want to mention that was, I really like how they're doing this visually, is that they had the blue lightning that he has in the movie version, and it just kind of consumes him really quickly. Then he flashes out of there. And I guess Superman may be a T-Rex from Jurassic Park, because this scene where we see a vibration from what seems to be a footstep make the water in the glass actually move. And then Jeremy Iron looks up, and obviously somebody's approaching him. And it seems like this may be Superman. I'm hoping that it is. I don't understand what was happening and how he got that way and everything like that, but it would be really cool if that's it, like the Justice League are in danger and Superman is finally resurrected and he's come. But whatever. This trailer was amazing. And I can't wait for this movie now. And I just wanted this trailer to be so good, because I was waiting for the Comic-Con to finally release it and everything like that. And just can't wait for this movie. Can't wait for the DC comic book universe to come together like this. Now, obviously, you know my opinion about the trailer. I made it obvious. I really love the Justice League. I can't wait for this movie to come out. I just want to actually know what your opinion is. What do you think about the trailer? How do you think it's stacked up against all the other stuff that came out of Comic-Con? Not a lot of new things came out of Comic-Con this year. We've already seen a Thor Ragnarok trailer. We've already seen Justice League, but this is a new, full Justice League trailer that had more action and everything in it. Same with Thor Ragnarok. We got to see a lot more of that, and I think I'm going to do a video on that as well. Shot by shot of that, because there were some things on there that I was like, oh wait, I want to actually just mention the World War Hulk and everything like that, and certain things that people have mentioned, because I saw little things in there that I was like surprised that they actually put into the movie, and it was so colorful. And same thing with Justice League. They amped up the color, but I'm still glad they had the grittiness there, because that's what I still like about the DC comic book universe, at least what it's been able to do since the early 90s up until now. So yeah, that's it. That's my shot by shot of Justice League. If you have any comments or anything like that, leave below. If you want to see any more videos, you can subscribe down below, and give you updates and everything like that whenever I set out a new video and everything like that online. And I'm also an artist, writer, creator, and I was just like to mention this. You can, if you do want to check out my online comic book, which is called Visions of the New, at visionsofthenew.com. You can see a PDF. You can get a PDF version of it. You can read it online. Blah blah blah. You can even get a printed version sent it to you. So until next time, have a good one.